I think that if you can't defend yourself as a nation, or if you can't survive without being propped up by another government, say ours, then you shouldn't exist as a country.
Yeah. Israel cannot exist without being propped up by the United States. Its nuclear program came from the United States. Its weapons come from the United States. Its economy is supported by the United States. I'm not attacking Israel. I'm just saying, in point of fact, I think that's true.
What's up, people? It's your boy Toby, and you are welcome to the Toby Show. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do that right now. Subscribe to this channel, watch these videos, leave a like, leave a comment, and share these videos with your friends. So the host of the Daily Wire, Matt Walsh, visited Tucker Carlson. And boy, oh boy, I know you're wondering, Daily Wire? Yes, the Daily Wire. Considering the type of relationship that Tucker Carlson has with Ben Shapiro. Will I say relationship or no relationship? The both of them have been going at each other's neck for a long time. So it was surprising to see Matt Walsh on Tucker Carlson's platform. And the conversation, would I even call it a conversation? The dialogue was a very interesting one, right? It kind of felt like a conversation / interrogation / psychoanalysis, from Tucker Carlson's side. He was trying to dig something out of Matt Walsh, right? He was trying to get him to say what he really, really means, right? Especially when he came to the case of Israel, right? So Tucker Carlson asked him a question in regards to the conversation, or rather debate, that Dave Smith and Douglas Murray had on Joe Rogan's platform. And believe you me, Matt Walsh took it to a whole nother level that even Tucker Carlson was surprised.
What did you think of the debate? A lot of this kind of broke through the surface in the debate between Dave Smith and Douglas Murray on Rogan a couple of weeks ago. Did you watch that? And what
I
did.
Think? I watched. I ended up watching. I wasn't planning on watching the whole thing, but I watched the whole thing over the course of a few days. It was a long debate, and I have a different. I come in with a different perspective than maybe some people who are really interested in the debate. In that I don't have a dog in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Everyone is. I'm constantly hearing from the peanut gallery demanding that I kind of give my verdict or my take on Israel and Israel versus Palestine and all this kind of stuff. And I have given my take, and my take is I don't care that much. So I just don't care that much. I'm not just America first. I'm an American chauvinist, in that I only care about my own country.
That's very interesting, right? Considering the fact that he has an opinion on everything else. I've seen him speak on Russia, Ukraine. He speaks on everything else. But all of a sudden, when it comes to Gaza and Israel, he doesn't care that much. I don't really have anything to say about that. Like, that's very, very telling. But obviously, it's not surprising considering who he's working for.
I honestly don't care about other countries. I wish them well. I don't wish any of them. I don't wish them ill. I wish the people of other countries well. I think they all have a right to defend themselves, and they should. I think that if you can't defend yourself as a nation, or if you can't survive without being propped up by another government, say ours, then you shouldn't exist as a country.
Wow.
That's just the way of the world. So
wait. If you can't exist without being propped up by another government, say ours, you shouldn't exist. Yeah. Israel cannot exist without being propped up by the United States.
You think so?
Listen, that is a bomb right there. That's Hiroshima bomb right there, man. You know what I mean? Like, Tucker Carlson was like, whoa, we are not just gonna swerve over this. Like, you just didn't really say this. Because do you really realize what you're saying? Or are you saying it because do you really want to get kicked out of the Daily Wire? Like Candace always got kicked out? You get what I mean? Because everybody knows that Daily Wire works for Israel, like Ben Shapiro. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're saying that any country that cannot protect themselves or depends on America to protect them or to prop them up should not exist. The last time we checked, America sends all its bombs to Israel. The last time we checked, Netanyahu comes to Congress all the fucking time to get support. The last time we checked, America defends Israel in everything that they are doing in the Middle East. Literally. The last time we checked, their nuclear bomb, they got it from America. Literally. So this is a country that everybody knows that America is the big brother. So if you're really saying this, Matt Walsh, what really are you saying? Which makes me go to the point that a lot of these people, these quote-unquote pro-Israel, pro-Zionists and all this kind of stuff, right? When you put them in a dark room all by themselves, they will tell you what they really think. None of them really believe. Most of them really do not believe what you're saying. But obviously, they can't say it because of who pays them. In the case of Matt Walsh, he gets paid by Daily Wire. They don't want to get cancelled. They understand how powerful the Israel lobby, AIPAC, pro-Israel people like. They understand how powerful they are in America. So they have to say the right things. But once in a while, it slips out.
Its nuclear program came from the United States. Its weapons come from the United States. Its economy is supported by the United States. I'm not attacking Israel. I'm just saying in point of fact, I think that's true.
Yep.
And I mean, Israel thinks it's true, or they wouldn't have armies of lobbyists and influencers in the United States. Bibi wouldn't have shown up twice in the past 3 months.
Yeah. I mean, the way, from my perspective, it seems like they can handle themselves quite fine.
And they?
But any country, if there is any country out there that fundamentally cannot exist without being subsidized by American taxpayers,
fundamentally,
then not only should that country not exist, but that country already does not exist. It's not really.
That's interesting.
It's not really a country,
Right? No, it's
and unless we want to.
Tucker Carlson is laughing. Tucker Carlson was like, boy, do you want to get fired, my guy? Matt Walsh, do you want to get fired? You might get home and everything and see the letter on your front door, mate. Do you really realize what you're saying? That's what Tucker Carlson is saying. I can't believe you're saying this.
I go back to the old way, which was, back in the bad old days, when we did real empires, if you want to just be conquered and you're going to be you're going to be a vassal state of ours, and we're going to sort of own you, then that's one system. But we don't really do that, at least not directly anymore. So if you
can I just ask you, that's such an interesting. Not only does it have no right to exist, it already doesn't exist. It's not a real country.
Yeah, not a real country. If any country that
right, that's true of.
Yeah. Now I'm not convinced.
Everybody has been saying that about Israel, to be honest with you. A lot of people have been saying it that, listen, Israel is just like a military barracks for America in the Middle East. Like, it's literally a military state. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't walk for 5 minutes and you're going to see a soldier. Everybody has been trained by the IDF. Everyone had to go through the IDF by the time they're 16 years old and everything. Like, literally. You know what I mean? So it's so funny that he's really saying it that, listen, that's not really a country. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious.
At all that is true of Israel? I'm not convinced at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know either, by the way. And I think Israel seems like a perfectly functional and strong country, including with a strong economy that goes up and down. But basically, I mean, they have a robust tech sector. They've got a lot going for them. And so I think I kind of agree. I'm just saying they don't seem to feel that way, but who knows what the truth is.
I think that if we were to withdraw, I think we should withdraw all foreign aid from every country. I don't think we should be doing it at all. I think and I think if we did that, I think Israel would still exist. I think if we took away all the foreign aid tomorrow, next week, 2 months from now, Israel would still be.
I agree with that.
A country.
Yes.
Yes, agreed. Israel is still going to be there. Israel is not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, are they going to be flexing the powers that they are flexing right now? Are they going to be reckless with their power the way they are reckless right now? No. Because if they were on level 10 right now, if you take away all the aid and everything that they are getting that other countries are not getting, they will kind of come down to level 6 on the same level as everybody else. Now, everybody will have to respect themselves.
There are probably other countries on the planet that just would not exist anymore.
But countries have to make more realistic decisions when there's no backstop in the same way that people do. And in the same way that people on welfare or people with trust funds equally kind of tend to make terrible decisions about their own lives. I think that it's also true for countries. You get way overextended when you're dependent.
Yeah. And by the way, this is when I say that a country that can't survive without us shouldn't exist or doesn't exist. That's not any kind of like moral judgment. It's just, this is the way of human civilization. You have to be able to, you have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet to even qualify as a country.
Right.
And I think the American taxpayers have been saddled for many years now with propping up country after country after country.
Mention the country, Matt. Mention the country. This is what I'm saying. They just speak things and just go around it. Say the country. We all know the country that get billions every year. Literally. Any other funds, any other country's funds can be eliminated today. But we all know one country that America gives money and weapons every year. Come on, man.
When that is not a responsibility that should fall to me.
True.
Or you.
True.
Or to my kids.
True.
Our responsibility is to ourselves.
And
it's also true of us. If we could not exist,
well, I agree.
You know, if we were depending on welfare from some other country in order to exist, then I would say that like we're not a country anymore. So, you know, take it away and like let whatever happens. Let the thing fall apart. And maybe from the ashes we can build a real country.
Yep.
That would be my take if it was true of us.
Does seem, I hate the word op, but it does seem like by design, someone has sapped the vital energy from Trump's voting base by convincing them that what's happening in these foreign countries is more important than what's happening in their own. That's what I see. Do you see this?
I do see it. And I don't understand it. I don't understand why. How do we get to a point where the dominant conversation in this country is about what's happening in other countries? I don't understand it.
Because America meddles in other people's affairs, in other countries' affairs. That's just it. You got what I mean? If America stays on its own, if America does not influence other countries, if America does not overthrow other countries and presidents and everything, nobody will be talking. But now people are realizing what America is doing. That's the reason why American citizens and other people are having conversations about it. You go, I mean, it's not a rocket science.
I don't understand the people that are obsessively focused on it on either side of it, really.
I agree.
Because...
And can I say, America's role in the world is a different question. Like, we play a role in the world. We certainly have. What's the appropriate role is a question that Americans should be concerned with because it's our money and the lives of our young men. So, but this is something different. You're saying people's like obsession about a foreign conflict between two like foreign actors. Is that what you're saying? Or I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah. Obsession with a conflict. Taking any foreign country and making it the centerpiece of our political debates makes no sense to me. And I think people on either side do that.
When
I go on Twitter, go on X, and no matter what the topic is, it seems it's like, it used to be 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 degrees of Israel. It's like, no matter what the topic is, it always comes back for a lot of people to Israel, one way or another.
I mean, let's not play delusional here. We know why. We've seen Netanyahu. He's the only prime minister that has been accused of war crimes. We're seeing what's happening in Gaza. And this dude came to Congress and everybody stood up clapping for him. Like, we saw that. This is the only guy. He's been to see Trump in twice or 3 times within the last 3 months. This is the only guy or rather, this country is the only country that America is sending ammunition and everybody's watching what they are doing with it in Gaza. This is the only country that the politicians in America can disagree on every other thing except Israel. And we are seeing what's happening on the streets when people are saying, hey, what's happening in Gaza is not good. People are getting deported. We are seeing how powerful AIPAC is. We are seeing how influential the Israel lobby is when it comes to the political system, the governance system in America. Like, you can literally burn the American flag, right? But if you do that to the Israel flag, you are gonna get deported, or you might have to go to jail for it, or lose your job, or lose something. So that's the reason why everybody is realizing it. Like, the way they say it on social media, everyone is noticing now. And so when people like Matt say this, it's funny because he knows exactly what he's saying, but he can't really say it because he works for the Daily Wire. And he knows that if he goes too far or say what he really thinks, he's going to lose his job.
And that's not how I see it. I don't see Israel as the centerpiece of any of these debates at all.
It does seem like it's blowing up's probably too strong, but it's definitely dividing Trump's voter base.
Yep, it is.
Big time. Do you feel that?
I do, and it's a shame. Because why are we being divided over that?
Because Trump promised American first. Trump promised America first. Trump promised that he wasn't going to be involved in any war and that he was going to stop the war in Ukraine and Russia. He's going to stop the war in Israel and Gaza. But we have seen that when it comes to Ukraine and Russia, his tone is very different. He wants it to end, but his tone is not the same when it comes to Israel and Gaza. Instead, he is giving them ammunition. Instead, he is talking about annexing Gaza and turning it into Las Vegas. Like, everyone could see that. Everyone is seeing what's happening with the Houthis, and everyone is seeing what's happening with Iran. And people understand, hey, we don't want what happened post 9/11 to happen again. You told us that you are not going to take us into war. Why are we on the verge of war in Iran? So people are not happy about it. Now you have two sects. You have the American first sect and you have the neocons. And that's the reason why there is fraction in the base. All Trump needs to do is to do the right thing. Focus on America. So yeah, like, that was a conversation that I wanted us to react to and everything, and obviously see, because that's what's going viral on social media. It was a great conversation overall. It was interesting to kind of dig into Matt Walsh's view of the world and how he sees things, how he raises his kids, his family. I'm sure he's a good guy. You know what I mean? And I'm sure just watching him and some of the things that he's saying, I'm sure that he probably wants to leave the Daily Wire. But it is hard standing on your own 2 feet. It's easier getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, but when you're able to stand on your own 2 feet, then you can be confident to say what you really want to say, and you can really be your own boss. Like, look at Candace Owens. She's doing it herself right now. You know what I mean? And no one is really telling her what to say or how to say things. So personally, I think that Matt Walsh should leave the Daily Wire, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But let me know your thoughts, man. Check out this interview, and also, as you're doing so, subscribe to this channel. You know what I mean? Watch these videos, leave a like, and leave your comments. It's your boy Toby. Until next time, salute.